So I am here with Murali from Merlin Solar, fifthwall's latest investment, and I think just such a fascinating business. What's Merlin Solar? Tell everyone about your business.
Merlin Solar, the mission statement is to boldly go where no solar panel has gone before.
What is holding us back from making solar ubiquitous?
Where solar has been successful is that the solar cell technology is following the equivalent of Moore's law. You can very predictably say that the efficiencies are going to keep increasing. Cost per watt is going to come down. If you take a look at the panels that were taken out of the Carter White House when Reagan came in, those panels are smaller versions of the exact same things that are being sold in mass quantities. We have reduced the cost of manufacture by making it efficient and BOM costs are down. But the fundamental form factor hasn't changed, which has led it to be rigid and heavy. But then when you look at ubiquitousness and distributed solar, it really has not lent itself to it, right? So if you look at Sunbelt regions, these regions are not built, for example, in property tech, with snow loads in mind. So the roofs are load deficient. So if we could solve that problem, we have roof space open up where with current solar technology, solar cannot be deployed in that place. So you're grid dependent. So we solved that problem of taking away solar cells embalmed in glass and aluminum with the rigidness that is needed, but the weight that is unneeded, and we've gone to flexible solar panels.
And that in turn lets you take solar where no solar has gone before. And so explain that, like what do your solar panels look like and how do they lend themselves to different kinds of surfaces, different modalities?
So, I brought a sample and I leave this with you. Essentially, when we looked at the physics of what was holding back solar from becoming thin, what you needed to do is to take on the curvature on top of a Daimler truck fairing. So what we came up with was a lightweight, rugged, easy to install panel, which can take a beating. And more importantly, in off-angle installs and in poor weather, the number of watt hours, the energy we produce per watt beats our competition by at least 20%.
So you just announced $31 million in funding, obviously fifthwall a big part of that. What are you going to do with that capital?
So at the current time, we've been doubling every year for the last 3-4 years now. And our 2023 growth was curtailed because the funding round hadn't closed. And so we were both inventory constrained, and because we don't want to burn customer goodwill, we actually held back from some of the growth areas. So what this allows us to do is be much more rational about how we go after inventory buildups to service the customer. So unlike, say, a commercial rooftop, if you miss that narrow window when a truck is available for solar implementation, you're going to go chasing it and the cost becomes too high. So having the right amount of inventory stateside is important. And as the details of IRA roll out and the election and its after effects come about, we have to start thinking about nearshoring and onshoring of solar manufacturing. So I'm already working hard at it, trying to figure out if Mexico is the right place, if US is the right place for the manufacture. If so, what kind of incentives are involved?
Well, we are just so excited to be partners with you, and congrats on the financing round, and looking forward to seeing what's next for Merlin.
Fabulous, thank you.
Great.
Thank you so much.